I thought I would, because I'm always clean and that is quite boring, I thought I would go through my makeup collection with you all. I don't have a lot. Well, I do for some people and then I don't for other people's kits, but again I will be throwing out makeup and things like that as well, so I just thought I would go through what I have. Basically, starting off anyway, I have just my pot of dirty brushes, so I have loads of dirty brushes there. I just want to make it look like I have none, but I've loads there. I'm actually going to clean them in the end, maybe this vlog or maybe the next one. But I have like crown brush, I have pennies brushes, I have lots of blank canvas, and I have lots of inglot brushes. I have the Rosie Connolly one, I have lots of pennies, I have all the So Sue eye ones from her eye collection that she done on her own, and the one that she had done with Katie MUA. So I have those as well. And they be kind of the main. I have these Cara Pharmacy ones. They fell apart, they weren't good, so I was a bit disappointed with those. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to wash these, and I have this as well. I got this in pennies for like €1. It started at 1 because I just had makeups this morning, so I'm going to clean these. So starting off then, I have this Glam Doll box here. So I think this was about €100. It was quite expensive, and I know you're thinking, what in God's name are you buying that for? I saved up for it, and I bought it for myself. Okay. What I like about this is that you can see everything. So everything is quite organised and everything is in the one pot. As you can see, you'll see through my makeup collection, I have other ones which are less expensive. But if I added up the price of those, they would probably be this anyway. But yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 drawers. I think it was more than €100, but I got it on a discount, which meant it was €100 and stuff like that. So yeah, there's the 7 drawers. There's this here as well. So this lifts up. And obviously I have my air-based makeup in there. All my foundations, my highlighters, and my blushers are all in there. Everything to do with air-based is in that. On top here, I have all my foundations as well as my other foundations. This is kind of foundation drawer. I also have my mug, my Amazing Beautician mug, and I have my J mug. I keep brushes in my J mug, but I have these here. I love these. But my foundations of choice would be, for my kit, would be the Bare Minerals. I love them. I love them for all types of skin, both mature and young. It has an SPF in it, and I love them in my kit. I just find they're really nice. I have but a good few of them there. I have shades 11 and 16, but they will be my favourite shades. I have Carter Beauty as well, like that. That's in the shade Creme Brulee. That looks darker than what it is. I would actually wear that at the moment, even though I'm quite pale and I could bronze up my neck a bit, but you would get away with this. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. This is not okay for, I'll bring this up here. This wouldn't be okay for mature skin. I use it on my mum, who is not very mature or anything like that. I would consider her quite young. She'll be delighted with that comment. But it just sat in all the wrong places, so I just don't think it suited her. It aged her quite badly, so I wouldn't like that. But I love it for myself. So young kind of skin. Again, I have the Bare Minerals there. I have Inglot YSM. I like that as well. Not full coverage, kind of medium coverage, younger kind of skin as well. I have the Inglot AMC one as well. I have 2 shades of a lot of them because I'll get the dark one and I'll get so I have a really light one here, and then back here I'd have a darker one so that I can mix them. And the same with this foundation and these ones there. These ones I kind of use for my personal self as well, but if I had a young person with a lot of tan on, I would use that one as well. And the Inglot HD foundation, I had that one as well. As you can see, it's well used. It is quite stiff to use, so I will give you that. First drawer up then, again, as I said, is the air-based stuff, and I'm not going to take all this off. This is my eyebrow drawer. So in here then I have the beautiful brows. I actually have 2 of these because one is my mum's, but I rubbed it on her. But I have 2 of these in the shade dark brown. 2 Inglot brow gels, kind of the more popular ones for darker shades. So I have 16 and 19. If someone had dark brows and a big tan, I'd put the 19 on. I have 2 of those. I have this Catrice Brow mascara. It's a clear brown mascara. I have I don't even know what this is. What the name of that is. I can't pronounce that, but I have that one as well. And I have an Essence one. I love the Essence one. I find that really, really good. I also have this brown pencil from Pennies. I actually don't know why I keep it in my kit because I never ever use it, but I have it. The one time I throw it out, I'll need it, so I have that there as well. I do actually have the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil as well. I like this, especially for just kind of lining out my brows and stuff like that, but I do like this. Actually, this is in the wrong drawer. but I like that as well. And lastly, you would have seen this on my channel before. This is the Brow 8 palette from Morphe. I love this because, especially for your kid, there's so many variations of colour in it, and then chances are your client will be one of these colours for their eyebrows. These are concealers, they're horrendous. I don't use them, I don't like them, but I do think that the powders are fab. And as I said, I use those. You can see it's well loved. Next up is my highlighters. I have some Inglot ones. I have the Inglot Sparkle Dust for Your Body. I have the shades 02 and 03. This one is great if you wanted to pop it. And this one, the 03 one, is really great because it will sit into your tan, so it'll just kind of be part of your glow. So it depends on what I'm going for. Sometimes I like this for the inner corner of the eye, and I love this then for kind of shoulders and things like that. Just for my tan. For body, I don't like it to pop. I like it to just shimmer and be part of one, if that makes sense. I have the Be Perfect Golden Glow Body Shimmer. I find this quite coppery. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I haven't given it a chance. I've only used it once, but I do find that quite coppery. But I have the Penny Stroke Cream. I love this as well. Wouldn't be my go-to, but I do love it. I have an Eva Garden bronzer emulsion. So basically this is like a liquid bronzer, and what I would do to use this one is I would use it for body, and such a tiny amount is needed. Like I was a divot, I poured too much on the back of my hand when I was swatching, and I was like, oh my god, I'm after getting the wrong one. But this is actually fantastic. But literally when I say like half a pea size amount less for this, and I would use this to for body as well, so collarbones, things like that, and it would just blend into your tan. I got mine in the Cocoon Spa and the Amber Springs in Gorey. It is where I used to work, and of course when they got in a new makeup brand I had to try some of the bits, so I have this as well and I do love it. But again, I would use it for more body because it's quite dark, but there is lighter shades as well. My best friend got me this, Orla, thank you. She got me this like last year for my birthday. It's the Sculpted by Amy palette, and it came with the brush as well. I'll show you that down the line. But I love this, and you know what? The cream highlighter is fantastic. It is amazing. It really is. I love it. But I love the packaging. I love the case. I love the size. I love everything about this. I love this. Then I have the Catrice highlighter. This is great for like fairer people, so people that wouldn't kind of come in with a tan, that don't wear tan. I love this one, but I actually got mine in pennies and it broke on the way home, but I got this. It's number 10 Light Infusion, so that's that one there. Listen, if you like a pop and highlight, if you wanted to stand out against your dark skin, like this is perfect, but I personally think it's too light if I had loads of tan on. But if I was putting makeup on today, it'd be perfect. Another good one for your kit is the Balm, the Mary Lou, Cindy Lou and Betty Lou highlighters. Mary Lou was my favourite for a very long time, but I've kind of gone into the others as well. But again, this is a really good one for, is the mirror broken? No, it's not. This is a really good one for your kit because you have 3 different shades. I personally, when I was starting out, I loved like palettes because it gave me such variation of shades and it allowed me to cater for everyone rather than having this type of highlighter and that's it. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, love this as well. It's really good. This is another liquid one. This is the Nux highlighter oil. Again, really good. I like it again for body, more so body highlighter. This is High Beam. This is fantastic for bridal makeup. It's super soft. It's really nice, and it will give you such a nice gentle highlight. Again, it's from Benefit, and this one's a little bit more golden. This one here is not from Benefit, and this is Me. But it's a little bit more golden of a highlight as well. But again, it depends on what kind of highlight you're going for. These highlights are so old, but I hold on to them because they're kind of sentimental. Auntie brought me these years ago, like so long ago, but they were kind of the start of my highlighters. So I hold on to these. I never use them on people, but I hold on to them. They are the Victoria Jackson, so one is a pinky and one is a gold, but I hold on to them because they're more sentimental than anything else. This is kind of a crayon. Again, it's Victoria Jackson. I wouldn't use it on anybody, but it is just more sentimental than that, and it's one of my first bits of makeup, so I like to hold on to these. And here is I think I got this in pennies actually. It's a roller highlighter. Again, it's not my go-to, but I like it from time to time if I was playing around with stuff. I like to hold on to makeup as well if I was doing Halloween looks and stuff like that, and I just use them for that rather than throw them out. And this is a liquid highlighter as well. It's more pinky, I think, from what I can. Yeah, it's a more pinky highlighter as well. It's liquid. It's kind of like similar to the High Beam and the Penny's Stroke Cream. Next up, I have liquid lip glosses. Oh my god, I have so many. Like, I'm not going to go through them all, but I have so many liquid lip glosses. My favourite will be the Luna by Lisa. I think they're absolutely fantastic. I love them. Before that, I would have been the Essence ones actually. And I do think they're actually a little bit more long lasting, but the Essence ones are fab as well. I have a Bare Minerals one. Can you see what kind of a colour I'm into? Like, you can see what kind of colours I'm into, but like, they're all the same except different brands, but they're all the same colour. But I would have I have some Inglot ones. I have this Inglot one. It doesn't last very well actually, but I have that. I have Penny's ones. Essence, I have to say, are fantastic. They would be my favourite. The NYX, that's very good as well. Obviously that was for more like playing around with makeup and stuff like that. I have Inglot. This is very disappointing. This JLo one actually, it was quite disappointing, but I'm holding on to it because it was so expensive. In here then are lipsticks. Some Kiko, NYX, Luna by Lisa. Love these as well. Quite hydrating on the skin. I actually have another one, but it must be in my, oh no, it's not, it's here. I was going to say it must be in my handbag, but I have 3 Luna by Lisa. I will get more of these. I know I will because I like them, and I will get some of the So Soon. But I just honestly haven't been anywhere to get them. I have Kiko. I have Forever Living one. That's not long lasting. It's not very good. I have Catrice, I have NYX, I have some Penny's ones, I've yeah, kind of there, that's there, some Wet n Wild ones as well. Next is up is concealer, so I have some Benefit Essence, Catrice, I have the So Soon one, I have the Be Perfect Prepared Concealer and Highlight. I don't like this. I have one unopened, and I have another one, I must have got them in a goodie bag somewhere, and I have this one as well. I don't find it great. To be honest, I would use it as an eye base when I'm putting eyeshadow on, because I don't think it's a great concealer. Sorry. Essence, I have some of those as well, so they're all there. Next up we have bronzers. So I have Benefit, I have Gosh, I have Catrice, Clinique, I have Rimmel, I have, what's this, bronzing powder, Hot Makeup is what it says. I have 17, Rimmel, Gosh. These are my oh, you can't see. These are my lashes. I have so many. So I have So Soon, buy like really, really expensive lashes, and then I had to charge my client on top of their makeup. But now I actually would get a lot of them in Pennies, deals, and I get a lot on AliExpress. I do have the So Soon there because that was on sale and I picked that up as well. But I have like this one, I would have got this set of lashes I would have got off AliExpress, and they're fab. Absolutely fab. I have Just Right ones. I got them in deals. I would have got these off of AliExpress as well. And I mean, if I can get a cheaper lash, it means I don't have to put that much on my client as well. These ones are deals. They're actually nicer than what they look in the packet. They look very plastic in the packet, but they're actually quite nice. This is deals. These are AliExpress. I wanted to show you so that you can see how nice and fluffy they are. They are really nice. Deals, another one from AliExpress. Some are from Pennies. The only glue that I use would be the Duo glue. And actually I have this So Soon in this pack, so I will try that out as well, but I haven't tried it yet because Duo glue just works so well for me. So over here then I have kind of drugstore, kind of pharmacy type makeup, which is still good. I have the Rimmel one there, Catrice, Flormark. My only thing about this one is it's quite dark. I'll have to wear it with tan. And these are really good as well. They're just nice and light. I have the L'Oreal one. I have another Catrice one. I would keep these and use them a lot for like makeup. I was doing makeup on myself, or if I was just playing out with new things for looks and stuff for Instagram. My mascara ones. If you go to get your makeup done and they do not use a mascara wand on you, then leave. Not leave, but like they should always use a mascara wand on you, because they can spread infection from one person to another if someone's getting a sign they don't see it yet, and this would prevent cross-contamination. But this was actually a candle, and then I just popped it into this as well. These are all my liquid eyeshadows. So I have the Luna by Lisa, I have Inglot, I have Stila, I have Pennies pigments. So I don't have that many, just a few. I'm not being sarcastic, and I actually don't have that many when you see people on these type of videos who have like drawers full. So I have Inglot, I have Kiko, I have Pennies, I have Revolution. What else have I got? Belle Marie, or Fuchsia actually. I have a good few Fuchsia there as well. There's loads of those there. These acrylic drawers are from Pennies. These, they come in two, so this two and then this two. In here I have my pencils, so I have lip liners, eyeliners. I have the Luna by Lisa, I have Kiko, I have Pennies, I have Schwig. What's this? I have Essence. I have, these are actually fantastic as well. These are the Eva Garden makeup. They're the eyeliner. These are fab. I want to get more colours of these as well. Here's just my mascaras. This acrylic holder is from Pennies, and this one again is from Pennies as well. So here I have more foundations, again more drugstore. So I have the Wet n Wild, I have Maybelline Fit Me, I have these are all Pennies. Actually, these are fab. I have makeup videos on these, using these. These are very, very good. They're €6 from Pennies. I have 3 shades here because I like to mix them. But they're very, very, very full coverage, like so good. And they're supposed to be a dupe for the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So yeah. Now I have seen that like some people like die-hard fans for Estee Lauder say they're not the same. But I mean, Estee Lauder is so expensive and this is €6. So if it's a tiny bit different, I mean, does it really matter? My Luna by Lisa highlight palette. Love this. It has a blush, it has a bronzer on it as well, so this would be really good for traveling. I really like to bring this with me because I have everything in it. I have the Sosu contour. This is very well loved as well. I also have her very first highlighting palette, her original Hot Fire palette. I was an OG fan but I have her Hot Fire palette as well. I have a blank canvas. This is the P26 eyeshadow palette, the Carnival Be Perfect palette. This is the original as one as well. I'm not going to buy the new one because I have this one. I have the Jaclyn Hill palette. It is actually very, very good. I do reach for every now and then, but it's very good. It's very pigmented. I really like it. So in here then I have like my setting powders. So I have Bare Minerals, I have Catrice, I have Benefit, I have Clinique, Essence, Rimmel, and this W7. Here then is my powder foundations, and these are Bare Minerals. I love them. This is the shade Fairly Light. All the shade Fairly Light. Love those for a day makeup. Next up here, I got this acrylic drawer in Asu up in Dublin. Can't remember how much it was. I think it was about €20. First up, I have the Kaylee Exosu Bible palette. Love this. That's one of my faves. Love that. This is the LMD Master palette with Be Perfect. Love this as well. It's another one that I would reach for. Again, it's small, it's petite, it's handy for traveling. I have some loose shadows there. Gosh, Laura Geller Essence. This is a contour palette. I've used it once. Carly Bible, I like her. I follow her on YouTube. This is her original palette. She did bring out another one, but again, I'm an OG so I just buy these. These are really good. I find these are highlighters, but I would use them on the eyeshadow and for the inner corner of the eye, and they're fab. Again, I have 2 eyeshadow palettes from Inglot. I have an Hydra number 1. This is Yonka. It's a moisturiser. I really like that. It's really, really good for dry skin. A Morphe palette. This is the 35W. There I have this Luxe Glitz by Jolie Beauty. I have to show you this. I have to show you. Look at those glitters. Like, I did a glitter last week on the inner corner of a client, and I use this. It's like a gel consistency. It's like a jelly. Fab. Absolutely fab. I have some Wet n Wild loose pigments here. I have the Nivea. I like to use this just in case I make a mistake on a client's eye, so I'm literally using just a tiny bit in the corner. On a cotton bud, I have setting sprays and I have primers. So I have Bare Minerals, I have Benefit, Pennies, Rimmel, Flormar, MAC, Forever Living. So I have all those here, and I have a little what are they called? Palette to put my foundation onto. I have a sample of the Urban Decay All Night in a lighter shade, and it's fab. I will go back and buy it. I have a hand sanitizer, Line from Inglot. I mix that to my gel liners. Fab. The Pippa palette, I love it. I do love it. As you can see, it's well loved. My other friend Orla bought me for my birthday. You probably remember. Love it. It's me in the palette. It's just me in the palette. I'm all browns. This is me. I love it. I love it. It's one of my favourite palettes. Crown brush and contour palette, never use it. This is a wax candle. I've just finished it, so I need to actually take the wax out of that and put my spatulas in it. These are more primers, so this is kind of like a BB cream type thing. These are primers here. One was green for correcting. I have business cards, and now we're on to my pot brushes. I like my brushes in a pot. I have tried to do the whole brush bell thing. It's not for me. I don't know why. I like my brushes in a pot. So I have blending brushes in this pot. I have fluffy eye brushes in this pot. I have pencil brushes in this one. I have liner brushes here. I have angle brushes in this pot. Here I have lip brushes. Then I have, oh, these are angled as well. You need to be over there. And there I have face brushes in here, so foundation and stuff like that. I have face, oh, don't fall. I have foundation brushes in one, and then I actually, these are mixed up, but they shouldn't be. I have foundation brushes in one, and then I have like face brushes, so like highlight brushes, blusher brushes, things like that. These are like kind of concealery brushes, so you can kind of see they're flat brushes. I have them in that one, and this is double. Oh, you can't see. Sorry. So this is double-ended brushes because it's clear. I can see it. And what would you know, another acrylic holder. So I got this in Home Savers. I think it was. It says £199, but I know it was dearer than that. But again, it was like €2. I have these Moxie things. You know, they're supposed to correct your eyeshadow and all if you make mistakes. I have these. Oh, they wouldn't be something I'd reach for, to be honest. But I mean, why not? And then I have some Inglot gel liner. So I have number 77, 76. I have the JLo one. Can't wait to use this because it's supposed to be creamier than the 77. But I am not letting myself until the 77 is gone. And then I have 68 as well. I have my little mirror that I show people their makeup on. That in Deeds for $1.50. And I used this one. I got it in pennies on sale. Can't actually remember how much it was, but it was like €3 or €4, I'd imagine. It wasn't quite dear. And in here then as well, I just have another little kabuki brush. I have moisturisers here. That's where I keep those, and I have some toppers there. I have 3 toppers there, and they're from pennies. Them toppers, and they're only €1. They're so good. In here then I have my lip brushes. If anyone tries to put their own lipstick on you, do not let them when you're getting your makeup done. And again, an old Yankee candle. They're so handy because you can see them, and they're secure as well, so they're clean. That's my makeup collection. Some people might think that this is a lot, but when I was starting out, like, I had nothing, like nothing. So you just build it up all the time. And again, lots of palettes, lots and lots of palettes, because you get lots of colours and lots of variation. I got this mirror in IKEA. This was €30, and I got these in pennies. I think they were €6. And they're battery operated, but I never liked them. There's 2 sets there. While I'm here, I might as well give you a tour of my makeup counter. All of this here is my like hair products. I try to keep all my getting ready stuff myself in here, because I do find like bits of my stuff are in my room, bits of my stuff are here, and bits of my stuff are in my boyfriend's house, and I'm actually all over the place. So I try to have here as a base. So in here I have like hair brushes, clips, and my hair band that I do my makeup with, tanning mitt actually, and instant tan. And next up I have like hair products. So when my hair is wet, I will use this. You've probably seen it in a few videos. It's the Revlon detangling spray. I have like oils, and the one I use is actually the Revlon the One. But I have like wax hairspray. I have oils for the end of your hair, all there. In here I have like, I don't know if you can see, but I have my Insta, which is broke because my mom broke it. And I have my steam pod. My boyfriend bought me that, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I love it so much. But don't tell him that because I wasn't impressed when he bought it for me. But yeah, I have this. Here I actually done barbering as a course years ago. But this is all my barbering kit. And in here then I have my hair dryer, I have tongs, I have another curler, I have other stuff there. In here then I have like loads of documents, loads of receipts from that, like I have wipes, I have advanced waxing, you know, for my advanced waxing. In here I have like my brush belt is in here. I told you I tried to do the brush belt thing, it didn't work out for me. I have like anything I would use cleaning my brushes for. In there, my soaps and stuff. In here is my special effects drawer. So I would have done makeup, but I done special effects as well. So everything is in here, blood, kind of all that kind of face painty stuff, that's all in there. In here is my waxing drawer. So I have like so much waxing spatulas. I have waxing strips. In here I have cotton pads. I always pick them up whenever I'm in, because there's someday I'll turn around and think I have some and I won't, so I just pick them up when I'm in. And this is candles, from what I can imagine. Yeah, all candles. Actually a spare pair of gloves. I actually have lights because I have the IKEA lights for either side of my mirror, and I have them 3 years now. This December coming, I haven't. They're still not on the wall, and here's all the bulbs for them. So yeah, I do have that Hollywood type glam idea, but I'm 3 years now. And then I have towels folded nice and neat there. I have there my client's knee cushion, if anybody needs a knee cushion, underneath there as well. So yeah, that's kind of everything there. I don't have a lot and I do have a lot, do you know what I mean? But that's kind of everything. Whoa, I didn't mean to show you like everything, but anyway, I'm here and I might as well. I wanted to do something different that wasn't just like cleaning stuff and all that you see. So off the beaten track, because now I still have to wash my makeup brushes. I want to have a cup of tea, I want to wash my makeup brushes and get ready for my next client. and got some boiling hot water because I've heard that the wax will travel up to get, I want to get this little bit off, basically. So far, I don't know if it's working or not. Normally I leave it on top of one of the ovens downstairs and the wax will melt, but they're off. I don't know how long I have to leave it. Happy days, and that was super easy. So I have two of each. In your open order, you do get 4 candles, and then you get some stickers. So I was able to put that on. That was an old candle, and that was an old candle as well. So I love to upcycle. I will order more candles as well because I do like them. This little pot is the pot spatches that I actually use, and then the ones on the shelf are more decorative.